The game of golf is full of treasures, memories, keepsakes, but it's more than that. It tests your will and captures the soul. Golf is the sport of a lifetime, played by people of all ages all over the world. Here at Golf Chicago, we have an appreciation of this terrific game with a special Windy City touch. On this very special edition of Golf Chicago, we hit the road to find some rockin' golf in the state of Arizona. Happy holidays. I'm Jill Carlson. You know, it's that time of year when the weather's changing and you're putting your clubs away. Well, not so fast. Now's the perfect time to plan that winter getaway, and we've found just the place, Arizona. In the early 1980s, the Jack Nicklaus designed Desert Highlands course helped bring the golfing boom to Scottsdale. Well, it seems that dramatic design just gets better with age. Desert Highlands Golf Club is the one which started it all. It's target golf laid out across an unspoiled canvas. Many of the tees and greens are built right into rugged Pinnacle Peak.
I just like the naturalness of it, the desert, the vegetation, being able to work in and out around the rocks and sort of make things sort of look like they fit there. So it was, as I said, it was a tough piece of property because it all came off the mountain. And you had to sort of bench things in, going down hills, side hills, and so forth, and coming back into it. But because you never really had a clean background unless you went back uphill, and so it was tough. It was a little bit of work.
I like the diversity of the course. Every time you play it, there's different challenges that present. There's accuracy off the tee that it requires, shots into the greens. There's, bump and run shots, forced carry. It's just a lot of variety.
The simplistic beauty is spectacular, and the mix of challenging but fair holes explains why the club has received a number of awards and earned a spot on many must-play lists.
The way I describe a great golf course is how many holes can you remember? And at this facility, I think you'll pretty much come up with 18. So we're very proud of every hole that we do have here. But I can tell you, finishing on that 15, 16, 17, 18 really gets your blood going.
Desert Highlands is right there at the top of the list. I know that I recently wrote a piece for Rolex for the top 1,000 golf courses in the world, and that was one of them they had me write a piece on. It was Desert Highlands. It got a spectacular start. First hole drops way down into the fairway, and then you kind of roll out there, and it's got back-to-back par threes. You end your round with back-to-back par threes and back-to-back par fives. Probably one of the more unusual endings in golf, and let me tell you, they're all memorable. Both par threes and both par fives.
Desert Highlands may also ring a bell with you because it hosted the first two Skins games, the monumental TV event featuring golf's immortals, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Gary Player, and Tom Watson. They
coined the Skins game, and we were looking at some material recently as the greatest foursome, and it truly is. We're very proud to have had that event here at Desert Highlands for 2 years, and you'll see our commemorative plaque that we have by the clubhouse. It's something that is special to us, and it will be here forever.
I remember going there for the Skins game. It was Arnold and I think it's Arnold, Gary, Tom Watson, and myself. And I had just come off of knee surgery. I'd been 17 days off of knee surgery when I went to that. So I didn't know what was going to happen, and that was my biggest check ever in a tournament right there when I birdied the last hole.
The club has a relaxed charm and feel, and the swimming pool features a setting that's almost surreal. Plus, you can work on your flat stick skills at the one-of-a-kind 18-hole putting course.
The putting course is great. We do a lot of events at the putting course for members. It's a wonderful place to practice. A lot of people go down there. We have scorecards. People will go down, and it's a good social outing for people. They'll take friends down and guests, and it's an 18-hole. There's 5 separate greens where you can go down and practice and work on your game.
But Desert Highlands is a great home, or a home away from home for many. Many in the Chicago area actually are members here at Desert Highlands.
Yes, membership does have its privileges here in the Valley of the Sun.
I've had the opportunity to play almost all the golf courses here, and at the end I always say I'd prefer, if I could choose a course, I'd always choose Desert Highlands because of the diversity of shots and the holes. Each hole has a uniqueness to it. The views, there's so many things that this facility offers that I truly enjoy, and it makes it special to come to work every day.
The Desert Highlands also has one of the finest tennis centers you'll find anywhere, featuring both clay and grass courts. Up next, we'll skip on over to Fountain Hills, Arizona. Dave Lockhart will show us 5 fantastic layouts. Stay with us.
You know, when people travel to play golf, I think they're looking for that wow factor. And you see things in this area that you just don't see anywhere else in the world. So I think that's the real beauty of it, is you travel to places like True North, and you can stand on a tee and get lost for a second because you see views that just take your breath away.
Just east of Scottsdale is the golf-rich community of Fountain Hills. The landmark of the area is, of course, a fountain, which, when it was unveiled back in 1971, was the largest in the world. Our Dave Lockhart gives us a tour of 5 terrific tracks in town.
First on our list is the Desert Canyon Golf Club and its adjoining first-rate steakhouse. This is Fountain Hills' very first golf course, which was built in 1971. Reasonable rates are par for the course on this fun, undulating desert-style layout.
The golf course is what we call a desert golf course, which is highly unique in the general area. It's not your typical golf course. And why is it a desert golf course? Because of the vegetation, number one, and number two, because of the elevation changes. The golf course does not have any flat fairways, but it follows the arroyos of the natural design here in the Arizona and the Sonoran Desert.
Golf Digest likes Desert Canyon as well. In 2008, they placed it as one of the best places to play in America.
Customer satisfaction. People love the course. They've played it once, they'll come back. It is challenging without punishing you. And when you come home at night, you still feel like you know something about golf.
Nature abounds here. When we visited, we ran into this hungry coyote and the speedy bird he's after, the Roadrunner. Meep meep. But this course was originally built as a private club and lends itself to a comfortable Arizona golf experience.
Every time you pick up a ball, you have a different view. And the scenery is just beautiful and it's just outstanding. You have the trees, the flowers, the cacti, the mountains, from the highest 14,000-foot mountains to the McDowell Mountains right behind me.
Moving up the road is Eagle Mountain Golf Club. The biggest offense out here may be the sizable greens where you need to put your thinking cap on and focus on the task at hand. It's easy to see why this layout was voted Best New Course by the Arizona Republic in 1996.
Dave, we have a fantastic course out here. We have about 6,800 yards from the tips. We have a number of holes that are undulated with elevation drops, as you can see behind me. This is number 18, our signature hole. It's a Scott Miller designed course, so there's forgiveness off the tee, but yet we have over 3 acres of green area. When you get on the putting surface, look out, a lot of undulations.
This is what Arizona golf is all about. An abundance of elevated tees adorn this expansive track where you can swing the driver with confidence and let it go on these enjoyable wide fairways.
Eagle Mountain's one of those courses when you come to visit, you want to put that at the top of the list to play and one of the first ones to play. It's forgiving off the tee, so it gives you that air of hitting it offline but yet not losing your ball, but yet the views are spectacular. You have a great time with all the features that we have here and the amenities. The views of Camelback Mountain and Red Mountain and Eagle Mountain, just a spectacular time.
Eagle Mountain has a tremendous assortment of mountain holes that caters to all types of players. This is a golf club that sets the standard for golf in the foothills.
We have all kinds of levels of play. We have a number of tournaments that we host locally with corporate outings, and the level of play, I think everyone enjoys it because the better golfers, they really enjoy coming out here and they shoot a good round, but yet your mid to high handicappers can also come out and shoot a great round because it's It's not as tight as some of the other typical desert courses.
Sunridge Canyon is our next stop on the Fountain Hills Golf Trail. Designed by Keith Foster, this is a 6,800-yard, par 71 layout on rugged Arizona topography. The memorable par 3 17th stands as the signature hole on this scenic test.
Number 17 is our signature hole, and 17 has 2 sets of tee boxes, and it has a very large kidney-shaped green. One day we'll have the tee boxes play on the canyon side up to 209 yards. The next day we'll move the tee boxes to the Sunridge tees, which plays up to 150 yards. So from one day to the next, it's a totally different hole.
You won't see parallel fairways here, thus players enjoy a true sense of serenity and oneness with the golf course. This track's rare beauty tests every aspect of your game. Its natural, strategic desert design will whet the appetite of all golfers who wish to get the full Arizona golf experience.
When you think about Arizona golf, this is it. We've got all the rocks, the boulders, the elevation change. It's just a spectacular setting.
Well, I love the views, especially as a woman. We're very visual and we like aesthetically pleasing environments. And so, I mean, the waterfalls, the canyons, I love the elevation changes. I love to take pictures, so when I'm out here, I always take pictures of the holes. So that's what I love, just the look and the feel of it.
Wekopa has certainly cashed in on its 36 holes of award-winning golf in the Sonoran Desert. The Cholla course, designed by Jack Nicklaus' disciple Scott Miller, is routed through unspoiled native land, free from residential or commercial real estate. Pristine conditioning abounds at Wekopa, which, by the way, stands for 4 Peaks, the one-of-a-kind mountain backdrop that greets you on nearly every hole.
Well, it is a special place, and I think the reason that it's so special is the land that it's on. We're on the Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation's reservation, and therefore there is no development anywhere on the property. So when you play a desert golf course, you are truly playing desert golf course.
I love the Cholla. I think it was done by Scott Miller. It was the original course in about 2002, and every hole on it there's just massive variety there, where you have great views, different kinds of holes, and really some challenging shots, but pretty fair.
The team of Bill Core and Ben Crenshaw created the Saguaro course at Wekopa in 2005. But there's no sting in experiencing this layout, where it almost feels as though the turf is draped over the once rocky terrain. The tees and greens are in close proximity, making it a joy to walk, a bit of a rarity here in Arizona.
Well, what we asked Mr. Core and Mr. Crenshaw to do is just give us a different experience than the original Cholla course. There's a lot of facilities that do have 36 holes, but we offer 2 different experiences, and that's by design. You've got one traditional target style course in Cholla. The Saguaro is a little bit different in the design process, where it's more of a Midwest or an East Coast feel placed in a desert setting.
It's safe to say you can't beat all the fantastic golf and beautiful views here in the community of Fountain Hills.
Thanks, Dave. Up next, we'll scoot down I-10 just a bit to the Tucson area and the site of the WGC Match Play Championships. Stick around.